I just saw the show last night, as a matter of fact, at the Forum, which is historic. And the show was absolutely amazing. And I was having so much fun at the show that normally I kind of write notes down or I stick them in my phone or something, just like little things that I see. And I realized after the show I was having so much fun that I really didn't write a whole lot of stuff down, but I did have a few little tweaks and a few little things I saw that I thought could maybe make the show even better. So that's why I'm here today in Anaheim, to try to tweak a few things. I think you're putting one extra note, one extra tone in there. Okay. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Jing, 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 jing. Ah. Jing, 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 jing. There's a pause on the one. There's a pause on the one.
Gotcha.
I think.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's that same pause. So there's not actually a 1, I don't believe.
Got you. Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Gotcha. Yeah, cool.
Just try doing that.
Okay.
And I think that'll change it a little bit. First of all, we're dealing with just a world-class crew of people, from the lighting side, from the sound side, and most importantly to me, from the musician side, because it's not AI, it's actual musicians playing, which is amazing. So I get a chance to kind of recreate some of those great records and the sounds on those great records for the audience to experience with Janet. When I'm at a concert, I think just in general, not even a Janet concert, but just a concert in general, I always think that music is like time travel. It's like virtual time travel. It's when you hear that song that you remember, it takes you back to that place where you first heard it and all those memories come back. So I always want to make sure that that's kind of the feeling that I get when I'm listening. And so with Janet, it takes me back to so many things, not only hearing the song for the first time on the radio, but actually being in the studio creating the song. And I know it's kind of like, my analogy is sometimes like a chef. It's like there's certain things that you taste and they taste really good, but you don't really know why they taste good, but it's all those little things that you're not really aware of. And so musically, I try to do that same thing with the band. Is like, there's the things they hear, but then there's the things they don't hear, and I can teach them what those things are. So now that becomes part of the ingredients, part of the seasoning, and hopefully makes that experience of hearing that song, that hit song, all of a sudden makes everybody come back on the same page at the same time. Because if you think about it, the way we listen to music nowadays, a lot of times it's in headphones, so it's very individual. Concert is a place where everybody can be on the same page at the same time. They can hear that song, and everybody's going to have a different memory of what they were doing and who they were with and whatever, but they're hearing it at the same time. And when you get that and that audience reaction of, like they all remember it, there's something that's really special about that. So that's the ingredients that I'm trying to make sure are in the music. I think Janet's vocals sound amazing, and it was funny because she called me right after the opening night, which was in Palm Desert, where it's very dry, and I saw it was her calling, and when I picked up the phone, I said, hello, and she goes, hello? I said, who's this? She said, it's Janet. And I said, what's up with your voice? She said, oh, I don't know. And her voice was so, but what it reminded me of is when we did the song Nasty, I remember she had a cold, and when she started singing it initially, she was singing in her regular high voice. She was sitting in the movie show. And I was like, no, sing it like when you had the cold. Remember when you had the cold? And she said, like, sitting in the movie show. I said, yeah, sing it like that. She said, oh my God, that's not gonna work. Anyway, of course it worked. So anyway, her voice sounded like that. And the first thing I said was, now we need to go in the studio and record something with that voice that you have right there. But I think her vocals on the tour are they're amazingly impeccable. Like, she sounds wonderful. And her voice has matured as it's gotten older, but it still has all the elements, all the sweetness, all the emotion, and all of those things, which I think are amazing. And I think it's part of the thing that makes the show so beautiful. And her voice is so inspiring just from a songwriting standpoint, she has the kind of voice that you just want to write songs. You just want to create. And she sings melodies so beautifully. A lot of people always talk about people that sing great. And there's the Whitney Houstons and the people like that. I remember one time she even said, I wish I had a voice like Whitney. But to me, Janet's voice was always, for me, more along the lines of like Diana Ross. It was like the vocal that you wanted to sing along with. And if you think about all those tremendous Motown songs from back in the day, they were the songs you wanted to sing along with. Janet's voice is it doesn't attack you. It never feels like she's singing like at you. Like it basically, you just kind of ingest it. Like you hear it, but it just goes through your body. It's just such a feeling to it. And I remember in the studio, if she was singing a happy song, I would always say, are you smiling while you're singing? Because it comes through. And then you see that in concert when she sings, like When I Think of You, or she sings, one of the happy songs, and she gets this happy look on her face. And there's something that's so infectious about that in the best possible way. It's what makes her so special and so inspiring. The songs that Terry and I write, they don't exist without the inspiration of Janet. It's as simple as that. Those songs, we just were on stage messing with Escapade. Escapade doesn't exist without Janet because she's the muse. She's the creative spirit that makes that happen. That's all live. That's all live keys.
That's all. That was in the box.
Oh, that's in the box. Okay, that's wrong. But okay, I could replay that if you wanted. It's not. Okay, it's not right. So I could come up and play it real quick. But anyway, the main thing I was hearing was once everything comes in, there's a high string line that just goes. It just holds. As long as I just wasn't hearing that last night. That's great. Okay. And make sure that stays through, like on the "Come on, baby, let's get away." All that high string should always be there. Just identify that.
That's on me. That's on me.
Perfect. Okay, we got it out here. Perfect.
Yeah, that's on me.
So you want to come play?
I think. Yeah. Yeah, I'll play.
You want some cans? Cans in the pack? Your monitor?
There's
no wedges. I got in here too if you like.
No, no, this is fine.
Okay.
Thank you. How do I get up here? Where's the maze? I don't want to. I don't want to. I'll be fucking some shit up, man. How you doing, brother?
Oh, well, how about yourself? Pleasure's all mine.
Thank you, brother. My
Make yourself right at home.
My pleasure.
Also,
It's just a little.
too.
Oh yeah.
You can hear
Oh
true
yeah.
sound, see what we
Gotcha.
do.
Gotcha.
Daniel Brown, we're gonna track this for Jimmy. So can we go like maybe 2 bars early?
After that, but
That's perfect.
One take, Jake.
One take. Okay. One take. Ladies and gentlemen,
The one and only, baby.
all right. Anyway, but that should help.
Yes.
I just think the show takes you on a journey, and I just think it's everything that's great about music, and watching our music come to life in a way that only Janet can do it. It's just such an amazing experience. And I think it's tough to satisfy in a show the true diehard fans that know all the B-sides and all the hidden cuts and all of those things, but also satisfy the more casual fan or the new fan, the young fans. I love that moms are bringing their kids to the shows now. and how that relates. So there's a whole new audience that was just discovering her for the first time. It's tough to please all those people, but I think Janet does a really great job of doing it. And obviously with great dancing, with great singing, but also with great musicianship that you see on the stage. So really, there's so many ways to be inspired by the show. I just hope it's one that everybody comes out and sees and really rejoices. And the greatness of music is all wrapped up into one wonderful show.